When I was shopping around at Dollar Tree, I found this candle warmer. I loved the shape on it and I thought it would be perfect to make a jewelry tray. So then I went over to the plate section and I found these square plates. I got a larger one and a smaller one. Now, I haven't put together a jewelry organizer in a while, but these are great to have sitting out on your vanity. They're also great to have in your closet. You can just throw jewelry on there, and I have several that I've used for years. So to put this together, you want to make sure your plate is completely clean. Then you're going to add E6000 to the bottom of your candle warmer. And then do your best to place it in the center of your plate. Then I'm gonna add in some additional E6000 to the top of the candle warmer, and I'll place the plate on top. Now with E6000, you wanna let it sit overnight before you add in your jewelry, and here's how it turned out. One of my favorite crafting items is my macrame that I pick up off of Amazon. I buy it in this huge spool. I'll link it for you down below. But I wanted to do a macrame vase. So I picked up 2 smaller vases. That's one of the problems at Dollar Tree is you can't really get large vases. So I'm gonna show you how to take these 2 smaller vases and make them into a larger one. After I removed the tags, I put some E6000 in the top of my larger vase. Then I took the smaller one and I set it in the middle. You kind of have to move it around so it sits just precisely. And then I let this sit and dry overnight. I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything to it because you really want that E6000 to bond together before you continue on with your craft. So the next day when I came back to my vase, it was ready to add the macrame. Now with this project, I'm gonna be adding macrame in a swirl pattern along my vase. I started down at the bottom. I really didn't have any plan to this. Now, one of the keys when you're adding the macrame on is you don't want your hot glue to show in the clear sections. So I created lines, I created swirls. I was just trying to fill up the space. So I did that all around the bottom and I just tried to create natural formations. I really didn't have a plan in mind. I carried that up to the middle section. I went all the way to the top of my vase, adding in hot glue to hold it in place. And again, making sure I used as little hot glue as possible, but still getting it to stick to the vase. Once you get to the end, just cut off your macrame. You can style it in your home with your other home decor. And I think for $2.50 plus the macrame, this is an awesome vase. So one of the new items I wanted to test out was this air dry clay that they have in the Crafter Square. I think it's a pretty big size. It's 8.8 ounces and I love that it's kind of that terracotta color. So I went online at some of the high-end stores and I found this really pretty scallop bowl on Pottery Barn's website and I thought, let's try to recreate something similar to that. So I took the air dry clay out and I started by just rolling it out. I didn't have a rolling pin, so I ended up using a dowel that I found. I spent a little bit of time looking around my craft room for something and that dowel I thought would work great. So I used the dowel to roll it out so I could get it maybe about a centimeter in thickness. Since the Pottery Barn bowl was very free-formed, I wanted it to look very natural. So I used just a Cricut tool that I had to create kind of a scallop edge and make a circle. Then I got just a bowl that I had on hand. You need some kind of bowl to shape your item. This was just a thrifted glass bowl that I had. I added some cling wrap to the top of it because I wasn't sure if this was going to stick on. I will say it didn't really stick onto the glass, so you probably don't need the cling wrap, but it's kind of a good idea just in case. And I set my air dry clay over the top of it. Now on the air dry clay, it says that it dries within 24 hours. So I let mine sit for about maybe 2 hours, I noticed that I was getting some cracks in it. So I came back in with a little bit of water, and then I just used the water to kind of smooth out the edges. And I have to say it really did a good job of smoothing them out. Then I put the bowl back onto my glass container and I let that sit overnight. Now I've removed it the next day, and I have to say, you guys, I'm a little disappointed. It does have some cracks in it. Like you can see here, there's a crack, but for the most part, it looks really good. And these bowls always have a really rustic appearance. Now, the only thing I can't figure out, should I keep it this terracotta color or spray paint it? So let me know what you guys would do. Would you paint it or leave it? I've used a couple of clays at Dollar Tree and they haven't been my favorite, but this is only $1.25. So for $1.25, you can make a really cool rustic bowl. Dollar Tree has a new line out for spring called their farm line, and we actually got to our Dollar Tree when they were putting these items out, so I'm hoping you're able to find some of these items. But they had these like long boards that I thought were really cute. They were kind of like almost like a shiplap board. So I'm going to be using one of those boards for this next project. They also have 2 packs of wood slices. You guys, I've been waiting forever for Dollar Tree to have these, so I'm so excited. So I picked up 2 packs of the wood slices, and then another item that I bought recently are these rose gold clips. So I'm going to be using all these items for this next project. I thought this would make a really cute wall hanger for maybe children's art or pictures. So I'm going to start by placing the wood circles onto my board, and they were kind of different sizes, so I had to figure out which ones I thought would work best. Now I want this to be really sturdy, so when I want something to be really sturdy, I use E6000 instead of hot glue. So I'm gonna put E6000 on the back of the wood slices and then press them down to my wood. I'm gonna do the same thing, adding E6000 to my rose gold clamps, and I'll put those in the center of my wood slices. I'll let this dry overnight, and then you can hang it with the hanger that's already provided. You could put in art or pictures or anything you like. I love going to Dollar Tree and finding new items they have out for the season. These flower little clamps are so cute for pictures, but they're not really my style. I wanted to make them a little bit more modern. You can really change anything with spray paint. So I'm gonna paint them with spray paint. One, I'm gonna do a cream. The other one, I'm gonna do like a terracotta. And then the last one, I'm gonna do a brown. I'm gonna do 2 coats on the front and the back. And I'm using my favorite spray paint turntable to kind of move them around. This is so awesome. I'll link it for you down in the description box, but I use it all the time when I spray paint. And once that dry, I wanted to give them a little bit of spackling, a little bit of texture. So I have this stone spray paint that I'm gonna add. And this is a cool thing. You really don't need that much. You're just gonna spray it on. And if you wanna add more, you can, but really a little goes a long way. And I'll let these dry completely. You can add in pictures, notes, whatever you like, but I just think they look so cute. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.